All right, this is Aimcom here, and this is my project that I've been working on for, let's say, 3, 4 weeks, maybe a month, and just tweak and tweak. And I've been using ChatGPT, and so there's a few things that I could deep dive in here for you folks. But this video, I started it with this simple idea that I was working on, and I'll jump right into it. Let's say, for example, I choose a stochastic oscillator, um, and I use one of these market or trend following report or momentum tracking. Well, okay, here I'm going to choose momentum tracking, for example, and what I added was in the prompt there is like a hard-coded kind of phrase that comes inside the description. So if uh, I chose momentum tracking, well, in behind the scenes in my code, I got this description, okay, that is hard coded here, and that is kind of injected into the prompt right away. For example, if I choose risk management, okay, it changes. Prompt is different, and you can kind of, change things if you want, but that's like a starting point, and it's kind of these prompts were built a bit like it came through an idea when hmm, I can't get to access. Let's try that again. Oh, frozen. I'm doing a video, so I guess let's give it some time. I don't know. I'm aim calm, and the joke is I'm a monkey copy paster because I use ChatGPT. Let's see here. What if I pause and come back? Okay, it's here. So I'm going to back up here, see if it's here. I think it's one here. Yes. Let's take a look at this. Okay, I got a code here, and I'm a supermarket analysis agent for the moment, and I'm using these indicators. So I'm talking to ChatGPT, and I introduce myself. And I know that ChatGPT will understand all these indicators. Okay, and then my client likes all types of format. I already have these ones, so I show him that I have uh, these types. So it's like I'm giving him an example of what I want, right? So absolutely, here are 5 additionals because I asked for 5 additional ones, and it gives me these. When it came out with this, I'm like, oh, super, this is pretty cool. Risk management, uh, momentum tracking, trend following report, market volatility, volatility assessment, reversal pattern identification, you know. So right away, you know, they were added into my code. and then, I keep tweaking. I am working on an Next.js application. I have this constant, and I give them uh, the code, a piece of my code, right? And I show them that I have this as a constant. I have this, and it's actually, it's added as what he showed me. So that's added there, and I show him the format the client chooses is registered in a used state. So when I come here, when the client chooses, the format, okay, when I change the format, let's say I change the format to reversal pattern, right? This report is Fibonacci, so we have a different kind of prompt, right? Let's continue here. The format chooses to register to you. Then I show them a piece of my code again, and then I show him the front end part, how I use it, and then I say I also have an input box, okay, that the client may add text, which is used for the OpenAI prompt creation completion function. Now, here is what I want you to help me with. When the client chooses, for example, risk management report, I would like this exact description here, and I give him that like, what he gave me. I just copy pasted back, insert into the input box automatically, and be able to do the same with the other four below. And I just recopy paste just to make sure I want to actually put all that in. So boom. So he gives me the pretty much the whole thing, right? So that's how I got, a good starting point. This was perfect, to use state, right? And description. Then this was good, but I kept on working at it because I couldn't really understand where I put this because my code was a bit different. I was using text area for the user input, right? And I didn't tell him that. I didn't show him that piece. I showed him another piece. I showed him this piece, how I was using selected format right here. Now I'm using not only that, but I'm using this and these ones too. So, okay. Um, so I re-question him. How do I add this, copy paste this into my text area? And he shoots me out. Well, you got to do this, okay? And I got to change my user input and all that. And I kind of don't want to change that because then I got to change that everywhere in my code. So, but for some reason, he's smart. If you want to keep that user input state and merge it with the selected format description, you can do the following. So, boom. So that's what I did, you know. So if I go, you know, this and it's same thing here, okay. And down here, my text area is the same. So And I don't really code, you know. I have concepts and principles and logic. And with ChatGPT, you just keep reformulating, and any ideas you have that ChatGPT will kind of even clarify what you want and even give you better ways to acquire the solution to solve the solution. Even it's pretty impressive where you can start off from nowhere. You can like an assistant. Can ChatGPT become like your personal mentor? You know, um, make ChatGPT believe that you're the richest man in the world. But even though you're the richest man in the world, you need counsel, you need assistant, and you need to be well guided with good information. And who else better, so biased than ChatGPT? So I believe that you can kind of fine tune ChatGPT to be anything you want. And amazingly, I hope that it'll be used as, um, teaching, teaching young people, and reaching out to people that teachers never thought that they could reach out to. And you would have like so much less um, dropouts, maybe in school, stuff like that. But anyways, coming back to our uh, my project. So just to say that how ChatGPT is, uh, a tool today that is indispensable. Like I cannot go without. I'm kind of stuck using it because if I start my projects, always coming back, build me this, build me this. It's like the computer. It's like the calculator. I won't know. I will become very um, lazy to actually formulate things. But even yet today, what we do is what we copy paste things from other. We use templates, and I go poke into other templates, and I have to say I'm calm, the monkey copy paster. So if this is informative for you folks today, um, um, it's just to say how we can tweak it like even farther and farther. And I don't know. I wanted to show you. I didn't want to get rid of this last statement he gave me here. Okay, just to get you. I'm on a stochastic oscillator reversal pattern. No, we were. Where was I? Risk management. Can't remember which one I was using. Set provide describe the market. Hmm. Yeah, I played around with it and I changed it because that was my last fetch data here or generate. But anyways, the Bollinger Band are a technical analysis tool used to measure market volatility. The band are plotted to standard deviation away from simple moving average. In this data set, the Bollinger Band shows that the market is experiencing high level of volatility as evidenced by the wide range of price between the open and close of each data point. This suggests that the market is volatile and that the client should take caution when making a decision. And let's go upside down here and read the top. Based on the data set provided, the market appears to be volatile. So right away off the get-go, um, it tells me this. The stochastic oscillator indicator is momentum, explaining me all this is using. Okay, it is used to identify overbought or sold condition. In this data set, the stochastic oscillator, if I'm finally saying it right, stochastic oscillator indicator shows that the market is in an overbought condition. Overbought would be that the line is really high over the line. And I don't know, I should ask ChatGPT here or the prompt to always give me a timestamp. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do at some point. Um, so that'd be cool. And I believe like that's just a few minutes ago, maybe 5, 10 minutes ago. And I remember I wanted to do this video because it was just saying to me that this stochastic oscillator was overbought, which is exactly like this area here, you know. And I know for a fact that, um, you know, the data set is not even like this is 500 pieces of data, but I can't put 500 pieces of data in the prompt just like that. So I'm just putting in, I'm playing around with like 13 bars only from the latest, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, let's say. And it has all like the volume, because if I go to the top, the volume, close, low and high, right? And the time. So uh, it's just a tiny segment that I'm using in the prompt to actually use these indicators, you know. And let's take a minute to come here, open that up a bit. And let's go check out the prompt. If I can find it. Okay, the main prompt, you're an agent. Okay. Expert. Your task is to take in consideration the client input. Okay. Take in consideration the client input, which would be this. And with this prioritized requirement here, that selected format with this here. Okay. Scoping and leveraging your expertise with all the indicators. Okay, because sometimes you choose, there's only one here, up here, but sometimes down here you can have a Bollinger Band, you can add things, right? So with all the indicators of, I should actually go like this, of this statement, go save. Where was I? Statement implies, make sure this one is included with your market observation and analysis, which is selected indicator, which is the actual one we choose. Use this financial time scale to generate the task of this statement. And I know for a fact that's what I was going to come up to, last item. And what is that last item? Which is built or kind of fetched and created from the Binance when I go and get Binance, which is in my front end somewhere. Well, anyways, okay, that was the point. Wasn't, but again, I had it truncates the data, you know, and I could play around with it and add a little bit more, which I will at some point. But I keep clipping it, so I have it moderately, half, let's say, not low, low, but not high, high, like 2000, let's say 2000 characters. Yeah. So for now, before we get all tired out, this is one uh, part, a tiny segment of my development project operation, let's see. And let's give it a last clip, see what can come out of here. Everything's slow. I'm recording. This computer was on for a long time. And even in the indicator, I could add so many more indicators, but let's take this one and let's do this one, trend following report. Let's go check how I made the segment, the prompt here, the hard coded. You are an agent, AI agent expert with the EMA, the SMA, and the Ishimoku cloud. You will leverage these indicators to create a report that identifies the direction and strength of a trend over time. These prompts can change with time. I'm testing these prompts. That's so let's fetch that. And, I'm working on some kind of memory thing behind here. We're taking my last statement and see if I can re-inject it into right here. Function I've been working on. It's it uses the OpenAI to rewrite something, and when I'll be satisfied, I'll be using what it generates to re-inject in the actual prompt. But it's not done yet, so I can't really show a full version of it. So, okay, the last report, Ishimiko Cloud trend following report. All right, based on the data provided, the Ishimoku Cloud indicator can be used to determine the direction, the strength of the trend over time. The data shows that the market is in strong uptrend with increased highs and increasing lows. The most recent data point, data 500, would be the latest, shows that the market has reached a new high. Okay, reached a new high of 26,875, suggesting that the trend is continuing in the upward direction. Additionally, the volume level are increasing, confirming the strength of the trend. The trend following report should include the analysis of the Ishimoku cloud indicator and should also take in consideration the data point provided. The report should identify the direction and strength of the trend as well as any potential area of support or resistance. So trading view, new highs. Okay. And like I said, I'm on 13 bars, right? It's analyzing for so obviously the ChatGPT here is saying, hey, we got new highs because we got new these are highs too, 26.9 and 26.8, 70 something, right? 875. So 875, it's using Binance. It's supposed to be the same data, BTC, USDT, and then when I fetch my data, I mean, I'm using Binance. Wherever I'm going, keep adding things to the code. It starts off, it's easy to find things and build things. And then after that, like, oh, this is in the middle, this and that, the front, the bottom. So that's the, I'm not going to waste more time here trying to find that. So that's it for this video clip. And yeah, that's what I wanted to show is this new little uh, automatic prompt input, you know, to really put dexterity into what you're trying, what we can achieve, you know. Uh, so income over and out. It was sooner than later. So thanks for listening, folks. I'm under the weather, so no videos this time, but I'll work on that. Okay, ciao ciao.